Hello everyone, this is Lynn with Psychic Focus at psychicfocus.blogspot.com, and today I'm going to talk about the pineal gland and the third eye. So I will go ahead with the question. It says, hi Lynn, I just watched a video on the third eye, pineal gland. It also talks about how they are intentionally trying to block our third eye to get better control of us. What are your thoughts and how do we counteract this blocking? So I thought I'd do something kind of cool and put a little bit of the video itself on my video and then give you the intuitive perspective I get as to what's going on, and more importantly, how do we counteract it, and what is the truth that's out there. So I will go ahead and pause for now and let you watch a little bit of the video, and then I'll come back with my thoughts.
The pineal gland, also called the third eye, is a small endocrine gland in the vertebrate brain. The pineal gland produces melatonin, a serotonin-derived hormone that affects the modulation of wake-sleep patterns and seasonal functions. Its shape resembles a tiny pine cone, hence its name, and it is located near the center of the brain, between the two hemispheres, tucked in a groove where the two rounded thalamic bodies join. Every human being's pineal gland, or third eye, can be activated to spiritual world frequencies, which enables you to have the sense of all-knowing, godlike euphoria, and oneness all around you. A pineal gland once tuned into to proper frequencies, with help of meditation, yoga, or various esoteric, occult methods, enables a person to travel into other dimensions, popularly known as astral travel, astral projection, or remote viewing. With more advanced practice and ancient methods, it is also possible to control the thoughts and actions of people in the physical world. Yes, it is bizarre, but the United States, former Soviet Union governments, and various shadow organizations have been doing this type of research for ages and have succeeded far beyond our imagination. Pineal gland is represented in Catholicism in Rome. They depict the pineal as a pine cone in art. The ancient societies, like the Egyptians and the Romans, knew the benefits and exemplified this in their vast symbologies with an eye symbol. The ancient Sumerians depicted the Anunnaki gods holding a pine cone, which symbolizes the pineal gland. It is believed that the Anunnaki knew how to stimulate the pineal gland in order to extract its full potential, making full use of it.
Okay, so now that we've watched the video, I want to break down some of the things that really jumped out and resonated with me, and things I think are important to talk about. So first, thank you for sharing the video, the person that contributed to this. It was interesting, and I think the third eye and waking up our intuitive inner selves is really important. And one of the biggest things I got, meditate. If you meditate, great. And if you don't, maybe start trying, even if it's for a few minutes a day, because I really got that the best way to wake up your third eye, the best way to be in tune with your inner self, your subconscious uh, source, everything is really through meditation. And when you meditate and you quiet your mind and you open yourself up, that's one of the best ways to energize your pineal gland. You're opening your energy centers. You're allowing that energy flow and that communication. And I saw that as being one of the best ways to stimulate the pineal gland. Sun gazing, I thought that was a really interesting one too. And when I thought about it and I focused on the actual element of sun gazing, it does look to be very stimulating. One thing though, be safe, be responsible. I'm not a doctor, so it felt like staring at intense sun could be damaging to your eyes, but I did get that if you're going to do it, consider doing it at dusk or dawn. Those felt equally as effective, but yet not as harsh to our physical 3D eyes. The image I saw that even seemed maybe the best approach was someone, and what they did was they closed their eyes and they were facing the sun, and it was as if they were visualizing their third eye or the pineal gland, soaking up that energy, soaking up the nourishment, being connected. All of those emotions and visions were going on, and that in itself looks very effective at trying to accomplish getting your third eye to be stimulated and a little more active. Magnetic disturbances, yes, those are highly impactful on our bodies. I get that's why wave X energy affects us the way it does. You know, you wake up, you're grouchy, or you kind of feel off, or maybe you're really tired, and it can hit you all at once. It can be something that kind of slowly works at you. You might be just standing there, and in the middle of your day, you're like, wow, I just feel like something hit me. And that's what that is. It's these magnetic disturbances, which I see a magnetic disturbance just like energy, like different waves. You know, and then we have the EMF waves, and we have Wi-Fi. We are so bombarded by so much stuff that for a sensitive person, if you're sensitive, it can be very trying on your body. Some of the things that you can do to counteract that, if you've not heard of Oregon energy, I would do a little researching, or Orgonite. Sometimes it's called one thing or the other. It all pretty much works the same way. And what you're doing is you're taking organic components and you're pairing them with inorganic components in a resin. It's usually copper and crystals. And what that does is it helps to dissipate negativity. It helps to shield you from these negative waves that you don't want around you. You can put them around your house, put them under your bed. I would do a little research on Oregon or Orgonite. I see that being very effective for all of these waves and things in the air that we don't really want to be in us or affecting us. Uh, One of the things that the video mentioned talked about a forehead kiss, and I never had seen that as something to stimulate the pineal gland before, but after I watched it, I really thought about it, and I could see how you're putting this intent of affection, of love, of endearment, of caring. It's a very high vibration emotion. So you pair that with a kiss, and it's as if you are directly infusing the pineal gland or your third eye with that emotion, which has a vibratory response to it that looks to stimulate exactly that, your pineal gland and your third eye. So I did see that as effective and a really cool thing. You know, your kids, you know, your loved ones, you might play with it and see how that makes you feel. It looked like it it really put that energy exactly directed at that specific area of your body. I saw where they were talking about the ancient knowledge of the pineal gland and how powerful it is. And yes, it is so incredibly powerful. Uh, and people in high places, they know that. They know it. They even respect it. You see the statues at the Vatican and all these different things. They understand it. They know exactly what it is, and they try to use it and use it to manipulate the masses. They use it for their own personal gain, and rather than share that knowledge, they respect it, but they suppress it. So there's a lot going on with that. And empowered people and people that are awake are a lot more difficult to control, and they question things, and they question authority, they question processes, they have very abstract ideas, and that isn't something that people in power that want to keep their power really embrace. So yeah, this has been suppressed for a very long time. And in the process of doing that, I do get that's why fluoride was even introduced in our water, to make people docile, to make them more passive. They're easier to control. They're not questioning things. So not only are you creating this element of people being docile, they're calcifying your pineal gland to where you are losing that ability to empower yourself through your own inner self, higher self, subconscious interaction. So yes, it was very intentional. And as a side note, if you ever read the label on a toothpaste tube, it is poisonous if you ingest too much. Fluoride is not good, and it is especially not good in high quantities, but yet it's in our water, our toothpaste, and it's like the delivery systems that get it into our body. So that's food for thought that you might want to consider as well. So I got, as far as the fluoride goes, try your best to avoid it. It may be impossible, especially if you're on city water, to take a shower, to take a bath, that kind of thing, but do what you can and drink lots of filtered water. Ideally, I always see lemon water as being a good detoxifying way to rid yourself of any kind of toxins, but especially fluoride, it works for that. So really up your water intake and consider doing a good lemon water to counteract all this. And really, this is all I had for this reading. It was good. It was interesting. I really enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoy it as well. Please feel free to leave a comment, share, like me, subscribe. It really helps me out, and I'm very grateful for all of that. And that's all I have for now. Again, this is Lynn, and I want to thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.